Good morning, Hawaii. You're watching KITV Island News.
Lower level, a state senator pushing for a reduction of the blood alcohol limits for Hawaii drivers. Why he says it just makes sense. Bidding aloha. Hundreds celebrate the life of a well-known waterman killed while diving in waters off Kailua. We speak to family members of Sri Shin. And mega snowstorm, the record-breaking blizzard still topping headlines this morning. What areas are still in line for another blast? And a good morning to you, Hawaii. It is Sunday, January 24th. We're so glad you could be with us this morning. I'm Moani Ke'ala Navarro.
And I'm Jordan Seguino. Thanks for joining us for Hawaii's only weekend morning newscast.
And you know, snow definitely making headlines across the nation, but here in Hawaii, we're talking about some big surf. There's a new swell moving in
Yes,
today.
it's all about the surf. We have a big northwest swell expected in later this afternoon. Wave heights expected to rise up to 20-foot faces up on the North Shore. West Shore going to see wave heights 12 to 18-foot faces. So definitely dangerous conditions out there if you're heading up to the North Shore. Other wave heights really not seeing too much surf. You can see East Shore is coming in 1 to 3, South Shore just 2 to 5. But once again, that big swell expected to peak later this afternoon. We're also tracking an even bigger swell expected in Tuesday into Wednesday. Let's take a quick look at your current temperatures across the state. Still 60s in some areas. Honolulu already in the 70s, as well as Lehue, Kauai. We're going to take a quick look at the winds because really there's not a whole lot of wind out there, just light and variable all across the state. Winds coming in from a southerly direction, bringing up a lot of fog. So you're going to wake up this morning to see a lot of hazy skies. So if you're allergic or have allergies, be sure to take precautions. But with the hazy skies, we're also going to see a lot of sun out there. It's going to be warm temperatures, 82 degrees. Once again, those winds light and variable. Tonight, we're going to see mostly cloudy skies, showers after midnight for Oahu as well as Maui County. Winds once again remaining light. And as we take a quick look at the Doppler radar, just a few clouds and showers this morning. Really not too much to report. The Big Island, though, getting some showers, but that will quickly dissipate as the day goes on. That's a quick look at your weather. Let's send it back to Moani for today's news.
Thanks, Jordan. You know, this morning, a strong earthquake shook southern Alaska. The magnitude 6.8 quake could be felt by many residents in Anchorage there, but no reports of injuries or significant damage. No tsunami was generated, and there was no threat to us here in Hawaii. A magnitude 4.3 aftershock was reported in the area a short time after the quake. Honolulu police investigating 2 bank robberies within hours of each other. One robbery happened about 2 yesterday afternoon at the Central Pacific Bank inside Don Quixote on Kaheka Street. Police tell us a man demanded money from a teller and got away with an undisclosed amount of cash. He has not yet been caught this morning. Another bank robbery was reported about 10:30 Saturday morning, not far from that first location. Police say it happened at a bank on Kapi'olani Boulevard. Anyone with information should call police. Making it even tougher to drink and drive. A new push aims at lowering the blood alcohol level allowed. Right now, 0.08 is the legal limit. The National Transportation Safety Board wants to lower the BAC to 0.05. This legislative session, Hawaii lawmakers are proposing a BAC of 0.06. Senator Josh Green, who is also an ER doctor, introduced that bill. He says he's seen his fair share of the consequences of drinking and driving.
I mean, I think we can continuously cut down in 20% increments how many fatalities we have on the road if we get fewer and fewer drunk drivers out there. And from my perspective, even one drink and then driving does impair people to a degree.
The bill is scheduled for a public hearing at the Capitol on Thursday. The meeting starts at 2:45 in room 229. A man suspected of setting a woman on fire has been charged. Prosecutors charged Bobby Young Townsend yesterday with multiple counts, including attempted murder and arson. Video of a van that caught fire on Lihikai Drive in Kaneohe Monday was taken by a resident in the area who noticed some commotion. Witnesses say a man and woman were arguing next to the van before it started to burn. The 24-year-old victim was hospitalized in serious condition. She suffered burns to her arms, legs, and back. Bail for Townsend is set at $1 million. Disturbing details emerging this morning about a DLNR officer accused of sexually assaulting a minor on the Big Island. In court documents, one of his alleged victims said Ethan Ferguson demanded money, drugs, or sex from her after he caught her smoking marijuana. When she denied him, she told police Ferguson sexually assaulted her. That happened on New Year's Day at Lalakea Beach Park. Ferguson faces 5 counts of sexual assault. He's expected back in court in February. Ferguson was also fired from the Honolulu Police Department in 2012 after he falsified reports and lied to investigators about where he was when he was transporting an underage runaway. A 54-year-old woman is recovering this morning after falling on a trail inside the Hawaii Volcanoes National Park. That happened about 2 yesterday afternoon. Fire officials say the woman and her daughter wandered off the Kilauea Iki Trail. She lost her balance and hit her head and back, suffering cuts to her arms and legs. Well, family and friends gathered yesterday to celebrate the life of a diver killed in waters off Kailua. We spent some time with his family yesterday as they bid farewell to a man they say was cherished by so many. Crowds paddled out to Ala Moana Bowls to pay tribute to waterman Sri Shim. Family and friends surrounded Shim's favorite surf spot to bid their goodbyes. Many say the 59-year-old embodied true aloha.
Quite often when somebody passes away, you find out how many people loved him. We're finding out how many people my brother loved. It's pretty remarkable.
Through the day, Ohana worked together setting up a big celebration in honor of Shim, at times leaning on one another for support. They say a paina right here at Magic Island is exactly what the father of 6 would have wanted, close to where he found so much joy.
The surf was up, he needed to be out in the water. And that was his family too, yeah. All the people who he spent time with.
Earlier this month, Shim died in waters off Lanikai after he was hit by a boat propeller while diving. His stepson was also seriously injured.
We're so fortunate that I don't know that this happens anywhere else, that a community would carry a family like always carried us in the past 2 weeks.
And we send a big mahalo to the Shim family for sharing Sri's story with us as well. In other local news this morning, a man's Hawaii vacation quickly turned tragic on the Big Island. Last Sunday at Hapuna Beach, Todd Edgington ran into trouble when a wave crested down on him. The 49-year-old father of 3 and grandfather of 4 broke his neck in 2 places. He was flown to the Queens Medical Center where doctors say he may never be able to move his arms or legs again. Edgington is a mail carrier in Salt Lake City and walks 10 miles a day, sometimes alongside his son, who is also a postal worker. His family is still hoping for a full recovery.
We've heard stories of people that have similar injuries that have been able to regain movement in their arms, and some have even walked again.
Now, initially, Edgington could only communicate through eye movements, but his condition has since improved. He can now move his lips. The family has set up a blog and a GoFundMe account to help with medical expenses. If you'd like to kokua, you can visit the As Seen On section of KITV.com. The voyaging canoe Hikianalia expected to set sail for Molokai this morning. The crew has been on Maui for the past few weeks, meeting with the public. Yesterday, the crew teamed up with local companies for a beach cleanup and hosted a day of education stations. The crew explained ocean navigation and also helped to spread the message of Malama Honua. Meanwhile, other crew members met with Honolulu's Brazilian community to learn more about the country. This as the Hokulea makes her way to Brazil. It was also a chance for the crew of the Brazil to U.S. Virgin Islands leg of the voyage to learn more about the culture of the South American country. The crew on the current leg expects to reach Brazil January 29th. Well, time to dig out. We're heading to the East Coast, where millions this morning still dealing with the aftermath of that historic blizzard that left cities basically paralyzed. Some areas still not in the clear this morning. More on this coming up next on Good Morning Hawaii.
News often happens while you're on the go. KITV Island News keeps you up to the minute. Breaking news, island weather, plus the top stories and videos of the day. All the islands in one free app. KITV Island News. All new and available on your smartphone.
Donating your vehicle to Kidney Cars was very easy. Doing the paperwork, you can do it online. If you can't do it online, staff was very, very helpful. Before you know it, the cars were off my hands and gone and serving a very good purpose. My sons felt really good, but Dad felt really good because I did get a tax break on the vehicles.
Call the National Kidney Foundation of Hawaii today at 593-1515.
Don't monkey around. Hurry in to your Servco Toyota dealers for the New Deals, New Wheels sales event. Check out these great offers on the hottest new Toyotas. Lease a 2016 Tacoma Double Cab for $0 down. Get 0% APR on a 2016 Camry, Camry Hybrid, or the 2016 Corolla. Get 1.9% APR on a 2016 RAV4 or the all-new RAV4 Hybrid. It's the final days at your Servco Toyota dealers.
Hey, this is Matt Patton. 50 years ago, two of the most influential albums in pop music history were recorded by the greatest band of the 20th century. They were Rubber Soul and Revolver. Join your Hawaii Pops as we perform top to bottom every song from these two iconic recordings. Come eat, drink, and dance the night away on Friday, February 5th at 7:30 p.m. For tickets, go to hawaiipops.com or call 550-8457.
I grew up right here in Hanapepe town, just about 10-15 minutes from here. I've been here for 39 years. Everybody's close, kind of like a tight family.
From seed to cup, Kauai coffee is 100% Kauai and 100% heart. Taste the flavor that reminds you of home. Kauai coffee, voted this year's best Hawaii-grown coffee brand.
Good morning, Hawaii. You're watching KITV Island News.
Welcome back. You know, the East Coast continues to dig out. The worst of the snow has passed, but the trouble is not over yet. The monster blizzard that hit the East Coast is moving offshore, but parts of coastal New York not out of the woods. CNN's Scott McLean reports.
From Georgia all the way up to New York, 85 million people are beginning to dig out from the massive snowstorm that pounded the East Coast. At least 14 deaths have been blamed on the weather. 11 governors declared states of emergency, with Washington, D.C. under a snow emergency. This after the storm dumped up to 40 inches of snow in some parts of the East Coast. Today should look a little brighter.
All the major metropolitans now out of the heaviest snow bands. Washington, Philly, into New York, and even Boston.
The bulk of the snow has blown offshore, but coastal areas of New England could still see hazardous conditions, like coastal New Jersey, where a cold, slushy mix covered the roads thanks in part to strong winds pushing the tide in from the Atlantic Ocean. The storm left drivers in at least 3 states stranded for hours.
It's just nonstop, and it don't seem like we're getting anywhere, to be honest.
This is horrible. We've been stuck in the truck for 13 and a half hours.
In New York, a travel ban gave crews a chance to get roads clear of snow. The storm hit the city harder than anticipated. Central Park saw its 3rd largest snowfall with 25 inches. Even rock stars were telling New Yorkers to stay home.
It's supposed to go until 1 o'clock.
In the morning,
so there'll be another foot of snow. Stay home. 2 words, hot chocolate.
Hot chocolate it is. And you know, Steven Tyler, of course, at times lives on Maui. So I'm sure he was dreaming about, you know, the Kapalua area.
I'm sure.
It's hitting some nice golf on the tee. Tell us about, you know, the records that this storm has brought. 3 feet of snow
3 feet of
in
snow.
some areas?
Yes, I mean, New York City seeing some of the worst snow it's ever seen. You know, you saw a lot of people heading home, having that hot chocolate, but we have some YouLocal hot shots of people actually enjoying the snow out there in New York City. This YouLocal hot shot was sent in by our viewer, Chris Mead. Big mahalo to Chris for sending.
All bundled up.
All bundled up, but still enjoying it. You can see they're taking all smiles there at Times Square. He also sent in this other shot of Times Square. Really, you don't really see this photo. Not too much people hanging out there, just the ones trying to brave the cold. So big mahalo to Chris for sending those photos in. We're going to take a quick look at your current temperatures here in Honolulu. The sun is about to rise. It is 70 degrees out there. Winds coming in north-northeast at 3 miles per hour. Now, these winds have been actually variable all morning this morning. Actually, in the last hour, it was coming in from the south. So these winds shifting all over the place, helping to bring in the fog and also keeping temperatures very warm today. As we look at our Doppler radar, really just a few clouds and some showers over there on the Big Island. But once again, we're going to see some sunny skies, very warm temperatures for your Sunday. We are tracking a cold front expected to reach the islands late this evening. You can see there 8 p.m. tonight, Kauai getting an increase in clouds. Really just a few light showers for the northern slopes. We're not looking at a washout there. And by 12 p.m. tonight, that weak cold front makes its way over Oahu, bringing us an increase in those clouds and also moving down the chain. By Monday afternoon, Big Island getting that cloud cover as well as some light rain. But as you can see, for your Monday, we're going to get those nice northerly winds clearing out the fog and the haze. But unfortunately, it's going to be back Tuesday. So, enjoy that trade winds or the winds tomorrow, nice and cool. As we take a look at your 4-day forecast, you can see those light and variable winds today. Tomorrow, we're going to see a brief stint of that northeasterly winds. But once again, light and variable Tuesday into the weekend, making those skies hazy here in Hawaii. We'll send it back to you, Moani.
Thanks, Jordan. Turning now to Commitment 2016 news. Just when you thought the presidential race couldn't get any more bizarre, surprise. Another New York billionaire, Michael Bloomberg, the former Big Apple mayor, well, he's taking steps towards throwing his name in the ring. All this while Donald Trump finds an unusual and controversial way to boast about the loyalty of his supporters. ABC's Cecilia Vega reports.
Just how loyal are Donald Trump's supporters?
I could stand in the middle of Fifth Avenue and shoot somebody and I wouldn't lose any voters, okay? It's like incredible.
This morning, the GOP frontrunner under fire for yet another controversial comment.
I have no intention of shooting anybody in this campaign.
If he shot somebody, he'd probably be convicted of first-degree felony and be sent to prison.
But the brash billionaire may not be the only billionaire in the race for very long. ABC News confirming former New York City Mayor Michael Bloomberg is contemplating mounting a third-party run. Trump telling George Stephanopoulos last week he'd welcome a Bloomberg bid.
I'd love to, because he would be, I think, take a lot of votes away from Hillary, if it's going to be Hillary.
Hillary Clinton raking in a coveted endorsement from the Des Moines Register. And in a blow to the two GOP frontrunners, the influential paper endorsed Marco Rubio. Ted Cruz collecting a big endorsement of his own, conservative media personality Glenn Beck.
His word is his bond.
But this morning, it is a younger Cruz's personality on full display in this new clip posted on YouTube.
What I want to do in life.
The lanky teenager talking about his life goals seems to know exactly what he wants.
Take over the world, world domination, rule everything, rich, powerful, that sort of stuff.
That was Cecilia Vega reporting. Well, traffic update for you this morning. Likelike Highway back open. Crews shut down townbound lanes overnight between Kahekili Highway and Valley View Drive for cleaning and tunnel maintenance. Well, starting tomorrow, the bus will discontinue its temporary weekday westbound shuttle service in Pearl City. Bus routes A, 40, 42, 53, and 62 will now resume their regular service. The route travels westbound on Kamehameha Highway from Ka'ahumanu Road to Waiava Road. That's Monday through Friday between 2 and 7 p.m. Other shuttle buses that have been running in this area will be discontinued. Since last February, the buses substituted for detoured routes due to rail construction. On Lanai, the 5th Street Park basketball courts in Lanai City will be closed for acrylic resurfacing. The closures start tomorrow and are expected to continue till February 5th. The adjacent tennis courts will remain open during construction. Temporary signs will be posted in advance to inform the public of the closures. Coming up next, KITV's Brandy Higa has a look at your sports headlines. Plus, a walking fish sounds like something out of Dr. Seuss. What one man stumbled upon while snorkeling in New Zealand.
I grew up right here in Hanapepe town, just about 10-15 minutes from here. I've been here for 39 years. Everybody's close, kind of like a tight family.
From seed to cup, Kauai coffee is 100% Kauai and 100% heart. Taste the flavor that reminds you of home. Kauai coffee. voted this year's best Hawaii-grown coffee brand.
Tony Honda is your destination to save time, save money, and improve your ride with a new Honda from Tony Honda. Drive a 2016 CR-V LX two-wheel drive for just $229 a month. Destination Tony Honda. Experience the difference.
Has your living situation changed? Are your kids moving back home and you need more space? HK Construction can give you the resources to create a plan and find the money to expand the size and value of your home. Call HK today.
Welcome to Pro-Am Golf, Hawaii's largest golf equipment store. We carry the widest selection of brands used by professional golfers and a variety of items just for kids. Pro-Am Golf is the only shop that can accurately measure your hand speed, then custom match the correct shaft for your swing. Pro-Am's courteous staff is here to help you. Pro-Am Golf, Hawaii's largest and friendliest golf equipment store.
Before you saw them at the U.S. Open, you saw them on the USTA Pro Circuit. With more than 80 events across the United States, the USTA Pro Circuit is coming to a location near you. Be sure to also watch live streaming on USTA.com. It's your chance to catch a rising star. Pro tennis that's up close and fun for the whole family. That's the USTA Pro Circuit.
Meredith and her crew are having some serious fun. It's always unexpected.
We never know, right?
And totally unpredictable. The Meredith Vieira Show.
It's really good.
Every weekday.
Meredith, weekdays at 11.
Eighth straight win last night for the UH men's basketball team. Rainbow Warriors beat the defending regular season conference champs UC Davis 78-62. Stefan Jankovic team high 22 points, 8 rebounds in the win. They did so in front of the largest crowd this season, nearly 9,300. Good morning, I'm Brandy Higa. Hawaii still tops in the Big West, improves now to 16-2 overall, a perfect 5-0 in conference. They get Long Beach State next. To women's hoops.
When we're not making shots, we got to make sure they're not making shots either. So when it's winning time, we have to be able to turn that on and basically turn into a whole different type of team at the end of the games.
The challenge this week for the UH women's basketball team was to turn it on at the end of games, finish strong. Rainbow Wahine on the road yesterday taking on Cal State Northridge, led the Matadors by 7 points heading into halftime. Thanks to a monster first half by Hawaii's Kalea Dolfo, a half that ended like this.
Headed to Cristiana. She'll stop. She'll shoot from the right side of the top of the key. No good. Rebound underneath. Turnaround jumper to beat the buzzer. Does it count? It does.
Yes, it does. Adolfo with the buzzer beater before the break. She finished with 12 points, 8 rebounds yesterday. Megan Huff also added 12 points, 10 boards. Not enough, though. Hawaii outscored in the second half. 63-60 CSUN the final. Rainbow Wahine are now 10-9 overall, 3-3 in the Big West. They return home to face Cal State Fullerton and Irvine next. To golf.
Play the break here. Looks like he's trying to make this go left. He's got to hit it. Oh boy, how good is that?
Duffy Waldorf is rolled in the birdie at 18, and now the pressure shifts to Tom Lehman.
Final day of golf, final pairing, and it got down to the final hole yesterday. But after that birdie putt, Duffy Waldorf was crowned king of Hualalai. Big Island stop marks the first of 2016 for the PGA Champions Tour. Waldorf and Tom Lehman were tied heading to the 18th hole. Lehman's putt for birdie to force a playoff, just short. He finished at 17 under par, one-stroke win for Waldorf. Davis Love III finished in third at -15. Jay Haas at -14. But this was the shot of the day. Haas for birdie at 16. Wait for it. Wait for it. There you go. Even Fred Couples couldn't help but laugh. Couples finished right behind Haas at 13 under par.
Relax and have fun, and do it for each other in this room and those kids out there. Enjoy the day, enjoy the journey. Let's get a break right here.
Let's get it. Let's go. Let's get a win on 3. 1, 2, 3. Win.
Former Hawaii head football coach June Jones leading Team West yesterday in college football's annual East-West Shrine game. QB out of Oregon, Vernon Adams Jr., 3 touchdown passes for Team West. They went on to beat the squad from the East 29-9. Jones did confirm in a TV interview earlier this month he plans to be OC at Kapolei High School next season. And that's a look at your morning sports. I'm Brandy Higa.
For many of us, aging in place in your own home just won't be possible. But where to go? A big brand name elder care facility? Or one of the small care homes scattered throughout our neighborhoods? What about Kinaole Estate? Kinaole is a little different. It's not exactly big, but it's not just someone's house either. For those who've made the choice, it's just right. Find your best fit. Kinaole Estate in Windward, Oahu.
Building or remodeling your home? Come to The Big Show, the BIA Home Building and Remodeling Show at the Neil Blaisdell Center. Meet licensed contractors. Get informed on accessory dwelling units. The Big Show, presented by BIA Hawaii. Sponsored by Surfco Home and Appliance Distribution, Gentry Homes Limited, the Hawaiian Electric Companies, and NextEra Energy. Presented by your premier resource for the best in home building and remodeling, BIA Hawaii. Get your $2 coupon at biahawaii.org.
Last one home, cooks.
Another tie.
Order in?
Next time I drive.
The right size Nissan Rogue. Now get a $199 per month lease on Rogue. Shop ChooseNissan.com.
We're the Moore family, and we're always looking for ways to enjoy more.
So we called Oceanic Time Warner Cable and got even more than we expected.
More speed, like 300 meg.
More TV shows and movies on demand.
More places to make more unlimited calls.
They even made sure all of our connections were up and running before they left.
For $89.99 a month, you'll get 200 meg internet, TV, phone, and get TV equipment and Epics included. And ask how you could get a $300 reward card. Call now.
Oceanic Time Warner Cable's new enhanced DVR. Record up to 6 shows at once.
You know, we've been talking a lot about that mega snowstorm that just blasted the East Coast and all the snow they've been getting. This morning, we're taking a closer look at the beauty, if you will, of winter.
Yes, check this out. Photography professor Michael Perez snapped this photo of a snowflake. Looks just like a Christmas tree ornament, right? Now, this is under a microscope, and a little snowflake fun fact, not one single ice crystal has the same pattern, so all very different, just like the human fingerprint.
Closer look right under the microscope. Beautiful
Very cool
stuff. You know, from snow to the waves. We know a lot about waves here in Hawaii, but we're heading to San Diego, where dozens attempted to break a world record yesterday.
That's right. That attempt was having the most surfers ride one wave. 146 people took to the water for that attempt. Now, it took them 16 tries. Organizers say the waves were much bigger than they expected. Now, a cameraman rolled on every single take on every attempt. So they're combing through all of those footage to see how many people were on the wave. I believe that record is 110 people, so hopefully they can beat that.
110 people. Well,
I'm sure we could do that here in Hawaii, right?
Yeah, we could try. You know, take a look at this as well. A man traveling to the Bay of Islands off New Zealand came across an interesting-looking fish there. It has legs. The curious creature is a frogfish.
Okay.
And they're telling us this is pretty unusual to see in New Zealand. This fish can not only walk, but also apparently has a strong bite, and it's pretty quick, too. One scientist suggests the fish was pushed down from the tropics during storms. Doesn't it sound like something out of Dr. Seuss?
It does.
It's real.
So a walking frogfish. Does it hop? Does it talk? Does it do any of that as well?
We shall stay tuned for that. We'll have your top morning headlines as well coming up.
And as we head to break, let's take a live look out at our air cam. You can see the sun already rising, partly cloudy skies. Coming up, I'll give you a full forecast. That's right here on Good Morning Hawaii. We'll be right back.
The Men of Chips are on BTV. He's the blonde one.
Hi there.
And he's the one who's Eric Estrada. Catch the blonde one and the one who's Eric Estrada on Chips.
Medical-related emergencies are on the rise. More seniors are seeking an independent lifestyle and better quality of life. 1 in 3 people over the age of 64 will fall this year. Nearly half will not be able to get up without support. Medical expenses can escalate when a person is not given timely emergency support. You can prevent a medical catastrophe. Our solution is highly recommended by doctors, healthcare professionals, and hospitals. As your local medical alert system provider, we are offering a free equipment package to seniors or their loved ones who call now. The system is easy to use. It is portable and can travel with you. It detects falls automatically. Order now and receive a free waterproof necklace pendant or wristband with a medical emergency button. Plus, get free shipping. Monitoring starts at less than $1 a day. Give yourself or a loved one peace of mind. The next 20 orders will receive the Medical Alert Equipment Package free of charge. Plus, receive a waterproof necklace pendant or wristband with a medical emergency button free of charge. Call 808-518-3880 and mention the offer code Channel 4 to get free shipping. That's 808-518-3880, offer code Channel 4. Again, that's 808-518-3880. We have medical alert professionals standing by to take your call.
New this morning, could this be a piece off missing Malaysia Airlines Flight 370's aircraft? Officials investigating debris spotted off Thailand. Housing for the homeless. We've heard proposals to solve that problem here on Oahu. Now a pitch for the issue on the Big Island. What officials have planned. And snow everywhere from the Jersey Shore, Japan, even seen looking down from outer space.
Good morning, Hawaii. You're watching KITV Island News.
Big snowfall totals out on the East Coast. We'll get to that in just a bit. But of course, we're talking about this another big swell. Of course, it's El Nino, and we've been seeing one after the other.
That's right. You know, it's snow for the mainland. It's surf for us here in Hawaii. But before we get to the surf, let's take a quick look at this Uloko hot shot of a rainbow. You know, here in Hawaii, we love our rainbow shots, and not a lot of rain today, so we may not see rainbows today. But we're going to see a lot of surf. This photo was taken out there on the west shore of Oahu, and we're going to see a big surf all across the state. Actually, this morning, wave heights are coming in 5 to 10 up on the north shore, 4 to 8 on the west shore, but we have a new northwest swell expected to peak this afternoon. So the National Weather Service has issued a high surf warning starting at 12 noon today. You can see wave heights rising 15 to 20 foot faces up on the north shore. West, going to see those wave heights 12 to 18 this afternoon. It's going to peak tomorrow. We're expecting over 40-foot faces for tomorrow's swell. We also have another swell expected in on Tuesday, even bigger. So if you're heading out today, we're going to see a lot of sunshine, waking up to partly cloudy skies. Unfortunately, though, because of the light winds, we're going to have haze all throughout the day. By the afternoon, more clouds will build up. A weak cold front is making its way through the islands. Kauai will see more clouds this afternoon. Oahu and Maui will see more clouds after midnight tonight. We're going to take another close look at our island-by-island forecast. Light and variable winds for Kauai. Same story on Oahu here as well. A lot of warm temperatures. So if you're heading out to the beach, be sure to bring a lot of water. As we head over to Maui County, we're going to have a lot of sunshine there as well. Lanai coming in at 79 degrees. Kahului at 80 degrees. And for our friends over on the Big Island, lots of warm temperatures there as well. Kona coming in at 84 degrees. So as we look ahead at your 4-day forecast, today those light winds, hazy conditions. Once that weak cold front moves through the islands tonight, cool northeasterly winds will make its comeback on Monday. But unfortunately, more light and variable winds for your Tuesday, extending all the way till Friday. But we're crossing our fingers. The models look like by next weekend, we may see the return of trades. That's a quick look at your island weather. Let's send it back to Moani at the desk.
Thanks, Jordan. Top headlines this morning taking us to Thailand, where officials are investigating whether a large piece of curved metal found on the southern Thai coast could be from missing Malaysia Airlines Flight 370. This debris was found Friday by a fisherman in southern Thailand province. It was covered in algae, mussels, and barnacles. Matching panel numbers and hinges could be seen on the riveted piece of metal. You'll remember Malaysia Airlines Flight 370 made headlines after it vanished in March of 2014. Was flying from Kuala Lumpur to Beijing when it disappeared from the radar. 239 passengers and crew were on board. In America, 48 million people are struggling with hunger, while 1/3 of our food goes to waste each year. The Environmental Protection Agency launching a new program to save the food before it ends up in the landfill and also give it to those who need it most. KITV Washington Bureau's Kelly Meyer reports.
The menu for the week, you have to really see what's coming in.
EPA Administrator Gina McCarthy was showing off her cooking skills while whipping up a meal at Miriam's Kitchen in Washington, D.C. On today's menu, roasted pumpkin and apple salad. Food that was almost tossed away.
We want our guests to feel like they have the dignity of getting a meal that a paying customer would pay for in a restaurant.
Chef CJ Wagner is just one of 7 leading chefs from around the area that came to work at Miriam's Kitchen. Each week, she crafts nutritious meals using donated foods, saving dozens of fruits and vegetables that otherwise would have been heading to the trash. It's an idea the EPA administrator wants to see more often.
It's about getting everybody engaged. It's showing them what you can do in your homes to make sure that you're not wasting food.
The EPA's new initiative, the Food Stewards Pledge, is a commitment specifically designed for faith-based groups and leaders that pledge to reduce waste in their communities.
Not only partnering with Miriam's Kitchen, but partnering with a larger organization and hopefully with faith communities across the country.
Tools Chef Wagner hopes will start a conversation with the people they serve and lead to the kitchen's ultimate goal, ending chronic homelessness.
You show true hospitality, you show people that you really care. That is what provides real change.
Governor David Ige proclaimed this week National School Choice Week, and he's joining several leaders and students across the nation in celebration for this. Starting today, students, teachers, and parents are gearing up for education-related events. More than 16,000 events happening nationwide, including right here in Hawaii. Events include everything from open houses, school fairs, even policy roundtables, all designed to let parents know they have choices as to where their kids can go to school from grades K through 12. School Choice Week runs until January 30th. Staying on Hawaii education news, today is the second annual Hawaii School Empowerment Conference. The event will focus on transforming public education in Hawaii. Along with nationally recognized leaders in education, First Lady Dawn Ige will make an appearance. The conference starts this morning at 8:30 at the Hawaii Convention Center. It costs $45 and guests must register. You can head over to the As Seen On section of KITV.com for more information. On the Big Island, officials plan to spend $650,000 on micro-housing units for the homeless. This is video of a similar proposal right here on Oahu. West Hawaii Today reports the bill includes funding in the capital budget for 32 units. Governor David Ige pledged more than $1 million for homeless outreach through July. Well, if you're looking to remodel your hale, today the last day to check out the Building Industry Association's annual Remodeling Expo. Hundreds packed the Blaisdell Exhibition Hall yesterday, where more than 150 licensed contractors, suppliers, building experts as well showcase the latest in remodeling trends, new products, services, and building techniques. One of the biggest trends at the expo this year is storageable energy. The Blue Ion booth was busy showing off its new Blue Sony Ion system, the brainchild of Hawaii resident and clean energy visionary Hank Rogers.
It basically stores energy. So whether or not you want to use it as a battery backup for, say, simple loads or critical loads like your refrigerator, your stove, your washer, your pool pump, we can do that. Or with a few more batteries, you can be like Hank and go totally off grid.
The expo also offers free educational seminars, everything from how to remodel your kitchen or your bathroom. The expo starts at 9:30 this morning and runs until 3:30 this afternoon. Well, traveling company TripAdvisor has named the nation's top choice for hotel stays, and several Hawaii vacation spots made the cut. Coming in third for top small hotel is Kalai Kilohana Inn and Retreat on the Big Island. It's a quaint boutique hotel in Na'alehu. Maui's Montage Kapalua Bay came in fourth for the nation's best luxury hotel. Others that made the list: Four Seasons Lanai and Four Seasons Resort Hualalai. The popular travel website based its winners off millions of reviews and opinions through the past year. Well, the Kona Brewing Company will return to its roots in the form of a 100,000-barrel brewery in Kailua, Kona. The company will construct its new facility on a 2.6-acre site leased from the Queen Iliuokalani Trust. The new $20 million brewery will be largely self-sustaining. Kona Brewing Company says its design will focus on renewable energy and water conservation.
In our new brewery, we're going to be able to create beer in a higher efficiency brew house system, and we're also going to be able to reuse our water to up to 50%.
Groundbreaking for the new brewery expected in the spring. Brewery operations projected to start in early 2018. It's a lot of brews. New works of art on display at the state capitol. Big Island photographers Joe Rusing, Trudy Simon, and Ed Goldstein have several of their pieces up. The photographs are displayed in the entry foyer to the House and Senate chambers. The exhibit will be on display until January 29th. Well, coming up next on Good Morning Hawaii, it is, of course, Sunday. Yelp is in and giving us tips on how it feels to be refreshed as we make our way through 2016. Details on that coming up next on Good Morning Hawaii.
KITV4 News, sponsored by Zippy's.
We're starting to celebrate our 50th anniversary in October with 50 Las Vegas trips. You could win one of 25 trips for 2 compliments of Vacations Hawaii. Fly in comfort with Vacations Hawaii's wide-body 767 aircraft and stay at Hawaii's favorite, the California Hotel and Casino. Get an entry form with any purchase, including the spaghetti chicken plate, on special for only $6.99. Enter to win today with Zippy's and Vacations Hawaii, your reliable direct connection to Las Vegas.
Before you buy, you gotta try Tony Nissan. Yeah, Tony Nissan. You want your ride to feel electrified. Turning heads, making waves when you drive by. Let the stereo boom at 808. Let the bass vibrate you. Before you buy, you gotta try Tony Nissan. Yeah, Tony Nissan.
Brenda went through a range of emotions after her injury.
I was angry for a while because to think of other people on the road not caring of the other people by being on the phone, not watching where you are. You know, we're all human, yes, but, you know, to think that you can easily take a life.
We're here to help put the pieces back together.
Whether you're looking to buy a home or condo, Primary Properties has the knowledge and experience to make your transaction a success.
We are a full-service firm representing developers with new housing projects. We also handle property management and commercial real estate.
At Primary Properties, we pride ourselves in continued education, so our agents stay informed with the latest changes in our industry.
Primary Properties, trusted agents, proven results.
Before you saw them at the U.S. Open, you saw them on the USTA Pro Circuit. With more than 80 events across the United States, the USTA Pro Circuit is coming to a location near you. Be sure to also watch live streaming on USTA.com. It's your chance to catch a rising star. Pro tennis that's up close and fun for the whole family. That's the USTA Pro Circuit.
Sinaloa Tortillas, proud sponsor of KITV4's live streaming. Good Morning Hawaii. You're watching KITV Island News.
Welcome back. Academy Awards host Chris Rock rewriting his material for next month's Oscar show after backlash over the lack of diversity in nominations. The show's producer Reginald Hudlin says Rock is eager to host the February 28th show, even after a few African-American celebrities decided not to attend. Hudlin says Rock had written a draft for the show, but threw it out and started over as, quote, things got a little provocative and exciting. He says you can expect Rock to make jokes about the Oscars So White hashtag and that the Film Academy welcomes such humor. Remember, you can tune in to the Oscars live right here on KITV. That's coming up Sunday, February 28th. Well, back here in the islands, a big congratulations going out to the newly crowned Miss Paradise Latina, December Smith, Miss Aloha Latina, Allison Chu, and Miss Latina Hawaii, Tiffany Johnson. They all competed in the 2016 Miss Latina Hawaii Scholarship Pageant last night. All three received thousands of dollars worth of scholarships. A big congratulations to all the ladies and the participants. Well, who has the best moves in all the land? Take a look. Breaking it down. Dozens of dancers showed off their talent at the World of Dance Tour. It's the largest international urban dance competition focusing on street dancing and today's modern dance choreography. The event featured some of the country's best urban dancers. It also gives local dancers a chance to show off their own moves. Making footprints in the local community, 14 La Pietra students donated their time and more than 80 cans of pet food, along with several toys for the Hawaiian Humane Society. The 7th graders say they wanted to do something for Hawaii's abandoned pets.
We did this for the animals because we just wanted to help them out, and our heart was out for them, and we wanted to support the abandoned animals, and we just wanted to do something to help the community.
All right. Well, Lee says donations were collected for months before the visit. The 7th graders also got to tour the facility and pet its canine and feline residents. And you know, Jordan, we always get those You Local hot shots of very cute pets. A lot of our viewers, you know, eager to show off their photogenic puppies and kittens. We got some You Local hot shots coming in, but any of the pets?
Unfortunately, no pets for our You Local hot shot segment. We got some sand. You know, on the mainland, they're seeing snow, snow, snow. Here in Hawaii, we've got sand, sand, sand. Big mahalo to Darren Miyashiro for sending his You Local hot shots in. He was up there on the North Shore, not just on the sand, in the ocean as well, getting a snapshot there of the beautiful Honu. He was also talking story with Uncle out there. He was out there busy catching some fish out there on his paddleboard, enjoying the sun, just like we'll see today. Lots of blue skies, sunny conditions, great to head out to the water or for a hike. Big mahalo to Paul for sending in this hiking photo. He was up on land enjoying the beautiful vistas out there on the west side. And here's a shot from the east side. There you can see Coco Head in the back. Beautiful conditions there, beautiful hot shots. So if you have a photo you'd like to share with us, log on to KITV4.com, click on our You Local section, and upload your photo. We'd love to share it right here on air. But right now, we're going to send it right back to Moani with this week's Yelp segment.
That is right, Jordan. Today, we want to welcome Dr. Shim Ching and, of course, Yelp's Emmy Hart talking feeling good and refreshed. Good morning.
Good morning.
Thanks for joining us. Of course, you can hear that buzzing in the background. We're talking this morning about Hydra Facial, and here to talk more about that, Dr. Ching, tell us about what that is.
Well, in my practice, we want to offer the best facial possible, and I feel that this is the best device to give people a medical-grade facial.
And what does it do? You know, it helps to rejuvenate the face.
Yes, so just like other facials, it will do cleansing, exfoliation, extraction, but this does it all together in a much more effective way. And then the last step is the infusion of certain serums that contain things to help aging, fine wrinkles, pigmentation, all the things that women want to fix about their skin.
Great, and we have a volunteer this morning. We've got Shelly joining us, who's actually going to be pampered with the Hydra Facial. So, Doctor, you know, you can kind of show us, you know, what it's all about while Emmy kind of shares with us how this is doing on Yelp.
Yeah, so Dr. Shim Ching's practice is actually the #1 plastic surgery surgeon practice on Yelp. So he's 4.5 stars. He's got 96 reviews. Yelpers really love the office, the service, and I actually got the Hydra Facial done about 2 weeks ago. So
That's why you look extra fabulous.
I'm glowing.
I get it.
Still
Yes,
glowing.
you are.
Yeah, and I think what's really great about it and why we wanted to have it on the segment is that if you're not quite ready for plastic surgery or injections yet, I feel like maybe one day I'll get there. The Hydra Facial is a really great alternative.
And you were saying that it's really gentle, and Doctor, can you tell us about kind of like, how that works there?
Sure. So this is the handpiece, and there are fluids that come from the machine into the handpiece, and then it's sucked back into a waste receptacle. So it's a very gentle treatment, and you could sort of see on the skin, it pulls the skin a little bit, and then you could see the fluid inside that's doing what we need the machine to do.
You ready, Shelley? Okay,
It
we'll
won't
see.
hurt.
We'll see how that works.
It's completely not painful. So it just pulls on the skin gently.
And kind of like a paintbrush, right? It's kind of a soft, cooling effect. And I know, Doctor, you were saying that, it really helps with, skin benefits, whether it's anti-aging or exfoliating the skin. How are you feeling, Shelley?
You okay?
Good.
Yeah, feels good? Feels good?
You can see everything going through the tubes, and at the end of the session, you get to see all the stuff that was in your face. So everything from the dead skin to the blackheads. So it's really gross, but it's really neat to see all the things that are congesting your skin.
And you must feel so good after. I know the doctor was saying, it can take anywhere from, I think, half an hour to an hour for the full treatment. And, some of your patients, Doctor, they come to see you about once a week sometimes for the Hydra Facial?
Yeah, initially we like to do it once a week for the first month, but then after that it can be done every month or so.
Great stuff. Well, of course, we want to thank you so much, Dr. Shimching, for joining us this morning. And, of course, we can find them on Yelp, Emmy, right?
Yelp.com, either on the website or the app.
Great stuff. All right, well, we're feeling very rejuvenated in the studio this morning. We'll allow Shelley to continue with her treatment and stay with us. You're watching Good Morning Hawaii. More headlines after the break.
Has your living situation changed? Are your kids moving back home and you need more space? HK Construction can give you the resources to create a plan and find the money to expand the size and value of your home. Call HK today.
Introducing Pizza Hut's first $6.99 flavor menu. Just $6.99 each when you order 2 or more. Say yes to a medium 1-topping pizza. Yes to Wing Street Wings. Yes to a Hershey's cookie. And much more. It's easy to say yes to our first ever $6.99 flavor menu. Only at Pizza Hut.
Since leaving football, I've received many calls of support and concern. But don't worry, I have Ultra Staffing on my team. Because of them, I found a better fitting job. Out of way, guys! Their advice and industry knowledge allowed me to job search smarter. The pattern is daisies, peonies, daisies, come on! So when you're ready to change jobs, start with Ultra Staffing. Does that look like fuchsia? Sorry, Coach. Search smarter, not harder.
The value of donating your cars to the National Kidney Foundation is much greater than the dollar value in your pocket. That dollar value that the Kidney Foundation will be able to raise by your donation will go much, much further in improving someone's life, improving the family life of someone with kidney disease. There is no dollar value for saving a life.
Call the National Kidney Foundation of Hawaii today at 593-1515.
With so many online lists out there, you have to be careful who you trust. For example, some lists don't verify the reviews. Others filter the search results based on advertising budgets. So who can we trust? I find legitimate businesses by searching the Better Business Bureau. They're a nonprofit organization and their services are free. Besides, it was BBB that invented the whole idea over 100 years ago. So you think they're legit? Yeah.
Search anytime, anywhere for legitimate reviews at your Better Business Bureau. Start with trust.
It's time for a new perspective. It's time for Dr. Oz. This year, it's time you're a whole different person for you.
Dr. Oz, weekdays at 3 on KITV4. Good Morning Hawaii. You're watching KITV Island News.
Welcome back to Good Morning Hawaii. You know, all this talk about snow sure has us left out here in the islands, but it's not just the East Coast getting all that bitter effects. Other parts of the world getting that white stuff as well. Let's take a quick look at this morning's edition of World Weather. Out in China, the country is facing its worst cold front in years. Authorities are struggling to restore electricity and ensure warmth and food, forcing some 1,300 people to be relocated. Now, most parts of eastern China have been hit by heavy snow since Friday, but despite the freezing cold, tourists are still enjoying the winter scenery in that area. Then we're going to head over to Japan, also facing an intense cold front. Several inches of snow has been dumped onto the western part of Japan. Heavy snowfall is slowing trains and suspending flights to and from the area. Now, Japan's meteorological agency issued snowstorm warnings across southern and western Japan. That cold front is expected to intensify through tonight and will spread into northern Japan as well. And we're going to head back to the U.S. out in New Jersey, where wind and snow are battering that state's coast. You can see here in Atlantic City, sand blowing all across the boardwalk. You know, not the most ideal conditions for the beach. Yesterday, temperatures climbed above freezing along the city's boardwalk, as you can see, making it very difficult for residents to stay balanced. Very cold there. And finally, let's take a look at this satellite photo sent in by the Noaa Satellite. You can see there the big snowstorm from space, all of that white stuff spread across the coast. These images really taking a photo of the hurricane force winds from that big storm. Up to 3 inches of snow fell.
Yeah, 3 inches in some spots, 3 feet in some areas.
Yes.
Yesterday at this time, I think we were talking about Central Park at about 12 inches, so that quickly changed overnight.
Yeah, incredible.
A lot of snow. Well, still talking about snow, staying on the subject this morning, you know, this is actually making quite a beautiful sight in parts of Eden Prairie, Minnesota. Now, we're talking about ice palaces, not the one here on Oahu, the real thing. These structures not made of ice blocks, but thousands of icicles.
Wow.
They're spread out over an acre with walls 10 feet thick. Between those walls, tunnels, caves, fountains, waterfalls, even slides. You know, you and I would enjoy that.
I would love that.
Tens of thousands of people are expected to visit the palaces in the next 2.5 months. Wow. Fun times.
Fun.
Well, bundling up during a blizzard may be leading to a little romance, perhaps. Check it out. Someone professing their love in snow at New York's Columbus Circle. Now, you can see there at the bottom,
Where is it? I see it.
Lauren. You got that?
Wow.
Written out in the snow. Lauren, of course, a lucky lady this morning.
You know, it must be something with the code, because love was surely in the air yesterday. One New York couple testing their vows before it even started.
That's right. Even one of the largest snowstorms could not stop this event from happening. Reporter Linda Schmidt has the story.
I bought my wedding snow boots about 7 months ago.
And Ashley Burlage definitely needed her snow boots on her wedding day today. The beautiful bride trudged through the snowstorm with her dress bunched up to get married at St. Paul the Apostle Church on the west side. She also had to take a subway because of the driving ban.
This is absolutely incredible. We partied with a lot of strangers. We were chanting our subway wedding. It was just a lot of fun. I think our pictures are going to be next level.
Ashley and her husband Casey, who are from Huntington, Long Island, invited about 220 guests. More than 100 were able to make it, some from other states, despite the blizzard.
We just can't say thank you enough to our family and friends to make it, because it made our day, and I know Ashley's happy, and that makes me happy. So.
Fox 5 camerawoman Brenda Rivera and I felt like family, taking pictures with the couple and their parents in the church. And this, by the way, is not the first time that snow played a major role in Ashley's life. She was born in a snowstorm, and a storm also hit on her 30th birthday.
Her 30th birthday was snow, almost snowed out, literally 2 feet of snow for her 30th birthday, all during the day, which we overcame and held anyway, but it was with great difficulty. But she beat the snow to, arrive in this world, beat the snow for her 30th birthday, and I thought she was going to lose this one, but here we are and pulled it off anyway.
Instead of driving in a big fancy limousine, the couple and their guests walked down 9th Avenue in the blustery, freezing storm to their reception. And the
girl, come on.
Okay, from weddings to this stuff. Adorable video coming in. Fluffy puppy taking the kids for a spin in the midst of this big blizzard out there. Of course, not only helping, them get around, but being cute the whole time.
Yeah, I'd love to be on that sleigh there, being pulled around by that little dog.
Yeah, and the thing, going back to the wedding, the bride
yes.
looking so beautiful, and she's saying, this is not stopping my, celebration. I've been probably spending a whole year of planning.
Her parents said it was a blizzard on her 30th birthday. Now on her wedding, maybe she's the snow princess?
Maybe you
snow
think
queen?
maybe snow something might be incorporated into baby's name?
Maybe.
Someday, we'll see in a
Winter?
year. All right.
Snow,
Connected.
snow. Yeah, you never know.
Well, there's something about fluffy animals playing in the snow to capture hearts around the world. We want to go straight to the video that's really gone viral. The blizzard of 2016, not all bad. Check out this panda. This is Chan Chan having a ball at the Smithsonian National Zoo in D.C. Chan Chan woke up to snow this morning as well, and as you can see, pretty excited about the white stuff.
Oh yeah, we've been seeing a lot of photos of these animals enjoying the cold, the snow there.
And we're probably going to see more. I know some spots of upstate New York still in line for more snow, right?
Yeah, tough conditions out there.
Well, we thank you so much for joining us on Good Morning Hawaii. Our next newscast coming up tonight at 5 p.m.
Have a great day.
Aloha.